Welcome, Alan Shoebridge, to WG Content's Unscripted. It's so good to have you.
So good to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to talking with you.
Yeah, such a familiar face for all of
Yeah.
us. Alan is the AVP and Chief Communication Officer for Providence, and a well-known executive and presence throughout conferences and on LinkedIn. So a real thought leader in our space. So I appreciate you taking time to and sharing your time with me today.
Yeah, happy to do it. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one of the things, when you and I first met, this was a couple of years ago. I think you were on one of my first tips in 10 minutes when I was doing this
Yeah.
years ago. I think you had like a bicycle hanging in your background in your office or something. And I was like, what? So tell me about that. So
Yeah.
let's go back to that. Are you still biking? Is it still a big hobby of yours? How'd you
Yeah.
spend your summer? Where did you
Yeah.
bike? What'd you do?
Well, I've been biking since I was a teenager, like seriously
Yeah.
biking back when like no one did it. And if you saw someone else on a bike who was dressed in bike gear, it like really stood out. So I've been doing it, gosh, for a really long time. And my home office, say I'm at work, but my home office does have a bike in the back. You would see it. I actually
Yeah.
like I've got a real problem with bikes. I think I'm up to 10 bikes now. And
Oh,
I've got two in the office. I've got a bunch down in the basement. So I just love doing it, basically my whole life since I was a
yeah.
teenager. And it's a good release. It's a good kind of way I like to get exercise. And, it's something that you can do with people, which is great, but you can also do
Yeah.
it solo. So
Yeah.
it's just been something I've enjoyed doing, my whole life.
Okay, so you have 10 bikes. Are there like reasons for different kinds of bikes?
Yes.
Like different terrain? Like why 10 and what's the purpose?
Well, the numbers, if you ask like serious cyclists, sometimes they'll say like you're always looking for your next bike. Like, you've
Okay.
got bikes and you're always looking for the next one. But they do have purposes. Like I have a couple of vintage bikes that are really more for just like nostalgia. Like I just like
Oh, okay.
looking
Yeah.
at them. I don't ride them very often because they're not as fun to ride. So I have a couple of
Mm,
vintage bikes. I have a mountain bike, obviously, like you're doing like trail riding.
okay.
I have a bike for traveling that fits in a bag. So you break it in half and it goes
Oh,
in a
I've
bag.
seen
So
that. Yeah.
if I take a trip,
Yeah.
and then I've just got a couple of road bikes I like riding. So I think they do have some different purposes.
Yeah.
But again, a couple are just more for like kind of collector's pieces, and a couple are ones I ride. Oh, and I have an e-bike, so I like e-bikes as well. So I have one of those. So they all have a purpose, I think.
Okay, so if you're on an e-bike, you don't feel like you're cheating.
Well, so I just like the e-bikes because sometimes you just don't want to ride as hard as other days,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
So
I get it. I mean, but
yeah.
I don't know if like real, avid bikers would be like, oh, that's not really biking. That's
So I feel like most people who are like, serious cyclists, they're
yeah.
really skeptical about the e-bikes until they ride one and they're like, oh, this is really cool
Yeah.
because the kind I have, like you have to pedal. You can't just like there's no throttle or anything. You do have to pedal. So you're always getting
Yeah.
some level of exercise and you can adjust it, but it's fun. They're fun and they just make riding easier when
Yeah.
you don't feel like going as hard on a given day.
Okay, so where has been your favorite place that you've ever like really done an adventure on your bike?
Yeah, well, my probably favorite route it would be when we lived in Monterey, and you could ride
Mm,
on
I love
17
Monterey.
mile drive, go
Hmm.
down Pebble Beach, you can go up
Hmm.
the hills and then drive and could drop down to the
But
waterfront.
don't look
So
down the cliff, right?
yeah, hey, but it was like probably the best like 20-mile
Yeah.
loop that you could ever do. And I've done, a lot longer rides and things, but that 20-mile loop is just like perfect. The only bad thing was there's never a lack of wind in Monterey. So one way you're going to be riding is into the wind. So if you can figure out
Yeah.
make the wind on the way back, it's best. But that's like just 20 miles of perfection
Yeah.
riding.
Well, I grew up in Nevada and we used to drive from Reno to Tahoe a lot. So I would do
Yeah.
that drive a lot. And there were always bikers and they were always kind of in the way of the cars and there were always like drops down into the and I was like, I don't know how they do it. You're going uphill and it's just like it looks like it's exhausting. But all right, so let's dive into our
Yeah.
question here. I'm just gonna pick random ones here from in front of me. Okay, what's a completely useless talent that you're secretly proud of?
Okay, I'm really good at being able to like estimate time. This is funny because I have this conversation with my wife all the time. So like if I'm gonna run errands, like I could tell you I'm gonna go do these five things. I'll be back in, 2 hours or whatever. And I will always be back in 2 hours. Like I'll be back on the dot. If I'm gonna take a bike ride, we were talking about biking before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out and do a 25-mile ride. I'll be like, I'm gonna be back between 2 and 2:15, and I will be back at like 2:10 every time. So I don't know if it's totally useless, but I just like I'm really good at estimating
I
how
feel
long
like
things will
that's
take me to do.
amazing and very useful, not
I don't
useless.
know. I don't know. It might just be useful to me, but like
Yeah.
I just know like I'm really good at dialing in like how long
Yeah.
something will take me to do and then hitting that target.
You got that inner clock or something. So maybe you can
I
help
don't
me.
know. And then I guess the bonus one is like I'm really good at packing things. Like if I have to pack a car or something, I
Yeah.
can 100% like maximize the space. And I don't know why. Like I don't those things are just like internal. Like I don't know. I didn't work on those things. They just like they're just like
Yeah.
however my brain works, telling time and packing things into
Yeah.
tight spaces. I'm really good at those two
It's like you're
things.
very mathematical. Do you pack a, when
Yes.
you're packing your suitcase, do you roll your clothes or do you fold your clothes?
I use those cubes, those packing
Oh, you do?
cubes.
I've used
Yeah.
those before, but I feel like I need to go
Yeah.
back to that
Those
because you
packing
really
cubes.
can pack a lot more with those, don't you think?
Yes, totally. And then sometimes I roll the stuff and put it inside the packing cube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you even have like a formula for that. I love it.
Yeah. It's like it's very like if you're a TSA person and you open my
Yeah.
bag, it's very easy to just look through the bag.
Yeah. That's great. That is a really good talent. I like it. I
Yeah.
appreciate that one. Okay. What TV show or movie defined your childhood?
Well, it's a little embarrassing, but if you call me, my ringtone is the Magnum P.I.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so it's funny. I was actually visiting with my doctor. For like I think a yearly checkup last year, and
Yeah.
my phone went off, and he's roughly the same age as I am, and he's looked at me. He's like, "Is that the A-Team theme song?" And I'm like, "No, it's Magnum P.I." And he's like, "Oh yeah, right."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love that show. It's still
Yeah.
on, like in like reruns, and you can
Yeah.
watch it. And most of the episodes hold up. There's a few that are kind of like, it's not so good anymore. But I don't know. I love that
No,
show. I
I think
watched it like,
that's a great example of like our childhood song because I even think about like the Cheers and
oh yeah, oh, Cheers is good.
MASH, and some of those shows that just are burnt in the music being burnt into our brains.
Yeah, totally. And I just like I watched that show in reruns like every day when I got
Yeah.
home from like high school or something. I love that show, and it's just a good one. And it's like again, like I'll still if I see it, if I come across it,
Yeah.
and I know the episodes, like there's a couple episodes like this is a terrible episode, I can't watch it, but I know the good episodes too.
Yeah. All right, we'll come to you for
Yes, anything
fun
Magnum trivia
episodes.
related.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, what's the first concert you ever went to? And would you go again today?
Yes, this is kind of funny. So I wish I had like some really cool because I don't know, maybe some people either love this or hate this. But my first concert was Steely Dan. So,
Oh, I would that's amazing.
okay, right. People either hate Steely Dan or love Steely Dan.
Oh, oh, yeah.
There's no middle ground. But it's funny, it was my first concert. I saw it at an amphitheater in the Columbia River Gorge, which is a really awesome setting.
Yeah.
And it was super cool. Sadly, like they're an act that like one half of basically the band is no longer alive.
Mhm.
So I probably wouldn't want to see him today, but if I was going to go back to that concert again, I would absolutely see it because it was super
Yeah.
cool and the setting was awesome. And it's
How old
like
were you?
so like I was in college, 20.
Okay.
I think I was 20 or 21, and my now wife, girlfriend at the time, wife now, she actually got the tickets for us to like go. And it was kind of like our first trip, like our first trip
Yeah.
together. So
Yeah.
it's like fun for those reasons too. And
Mhm.
it was nice because she had no interest in Steely Dan's music, but she was
Yeah.
like super nice about getting the tickets and going to the concert.
Steely Dan brings me straight back to college. I mean,
Oh,
oh
so,
yeah, that's
yeah,
great. I love it.
yeah,
All right, here's your last one, and then we're going to move
yeah.
into some would you rathers. If you could
Okay.
bring back one trend from your past, what would it be?
But I wish you could bring back just people reading more, like reading books, reading magazines, newspapers, like all that information, because we're in this like hyper social media,
Hmm. Hmm.
driven sort of news where like it's just like you don't take the time to actually process and think. And I wish we could go back. I wish we could figure out some way to just orient people back to the more of that, like where it's great to read.
Absolutely.
I love reading like, just paper books, like, and just like that electronic disconnect. Like I would love to have that trend be,
Yeah.
and maybe it
Yeah.
will to some degree, because I've kind of heard some things about especially like Gen Z, like actually liking some of the physical
Yep.
properties of
Hmm.
stuff. So,
Hmm.
maybe it'll come back a little bit. I kind of hope so. There was a time where we were just kind of bored, right? Like, I mean,
Right.
you don't have a lot of options. There's nothing in front of you on a phone.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
you're gonna like maybe pick up a book or like,
Hmm.
try a project or do something different. So I don't know, that sort of disconnect. I guess it's like going back to like being more thoughtfully disconnected from technology
Yeah.
every once in a while would be a really good thing.
Or building up our tolerance around being bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay to just be bored, and
Right.
sometimes that's a much needed, beautiful thing.
And just having your brain generate ideas.
So like at the next conference, Alan, we should just have a room. There's no
Yeah.
sessions, no screens, no TVs. All you gotta do is just be bored. Just sit down and be bored. Imagine what will happen. Like people will come up and be like, I just had the best idea.
I know.
Never know.
Well, it's just that you would see people like, and I do it myself. Like if I leave my phone behind or something, I'm like, oh, I got to go grab it. Like I was having lunch with
Yeah.
a couple of people and I left my phone in the car and I actually did not go back and grab it. I just was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the 90 minutes for lunch and I'm not going to have the phone. And you know what? It was fine. I
Yeah.
survived. No
I've been
one
trying to
called
do that
me.
more too.
It
Yeah.
was great. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep it up.
Yeah.
We're going to create a new trend. All right. Here we go. Would you rather live in a city where it's always fall or a
Mhm.
city where it's always spring?
I think fall. I like when the weather hasn't gotten like I'm living here in Portland, Oregon, and
Mm,
the like late September to November is really great. And then November gets
mm.
a little too rainy and all that. But that sort of like perennial crisp fall, it's not too cold, it's not too hot, it's not rainy yet. I think I would go with the
And it's
fall.
so
It's a fall.
beautiful in the fall. Yeah, with
Yeah,
all the changing of the
yeah,
leaves. And of course, there's football on TV, which is fun.
yeah.
All right. Would you rather have a personal chef or a personal trainer?
Oh, oh, personal chef, 100%. Like,
Me
I mean,
too. Yeah.
I can do my own exercise stuff, but like, I'm not a great cook and I really like to eat. So personal
Yeah.
chef, oh yeah, that's an easy one, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you say you don't like to cook?
No, I'm not good at it.
You're
Like,
not good at it.
yeah, so skill level would be really, really bad.
Yeah.
And so there's a few things I know how to make, but I love to eat. So like, I think that the chef would be
Yeah.
100%, but it would be dangerous because I would be eating a
But they
lot.
would cook like healthy things. So I would pick a personal chef over everything, like driver,
Yeah,
travel planner, trainer. I don't even know what all the personal things you can have. Like I'm
yeah,
sure the Kardashians have everything done for them, right? But like I would say, I'll take the chef. You can have
yeah,
everything else.
yeah.
I like,
I just think I would not lean toward the healthy cooking side,
yeah,
which would be bad. Like if I
and
could
make
have
it
like
taste really good.
right, like my dream would like, okay, Julia Child, like, give me a French chef
Yeah.
with, we got pastries, we got amazing. I
Hmm.
mean, I'd probably like it would probably take years off my life, but I think that's the way I go.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Would you rather work 4 days a week for 10 hours a day? So people do
Uh-huh.
this, or 5 days
Mhm.
a week for 6 hours a day? Well, that math doesn't even work out, does it? 5 times 6 is 30, 4 times 10 is 40.
Yeah.
But I guess you're working less days,
I'm not a
less
fan of work.
long days.
Yeah. I think in general, I think the question is more hours, fewer
Yeah.
days, or more days, fewer hours. I would go more days, fewer hours, just because
Yeah.
once you hit past like 8 hours, you're not super productive and you're tired, and
Yeah.
then it really eats in your lifestyle. So I think I would between those two choices, I take the 5 for 7 or 8, whatever, not 10. 10's too
Yeah.
much.
All right. Well, the last question is one we're asking everyone, and that is just what's bringing you joy these days?
It's a great question. I mean, I guess I go back to the fact that I just enjoy doing the things I can do, doing
Hmm.
the cycling, getting out. Still the weather is nice, just getting outside in the sunshine. Love that.
Yeah.
And, trying to like disconnect from the news when I can because, just following the news these days is just you just get wrapped up in,
I know it's
things that
hard.
are feel, that are just not pleasant and negative. And
Yeah.
so I don't know, looking for those moments where it shuts everything out and just take a little bit of time for yourself to
Yeah.
recharge. I mean, that's I think what
Yeah.
keeps me going. And I even like I used to listen, and I still do sometimes. When I would go on a bike ride, I would listen to podcasts.
Hmm.
And sometimes I still do, but I tried more and more to be like, I'm just not going to listen to anything. I'm just going to like go back to like what I would have done 20 years ago, where I wasn't plugging in. I was just going out, and if I was going to go out for 2 hours, it was just me thinking about stuff, and
Yeah.
I like doing that because, sometimes it helps me think about even like articles I want to write or whatever, like, or
Mhm.
things I want to do. So I don't know, trying to unplug as much as I can. I'm trying to lean into that more and more.
Well,
Absolutely.
I appreciate you sharing your time with me today. It's been really fun getting to know you a little bit better, and I know we'll see you in Dallas
Sounds good. Thanks
for
again. I love
Shushman.
talking to you.
Yeah. Thanks,
Perfect.
Alan. See
All
ya.
right. Bye.